Alright, I thought I'd shoot a quick video. I had gotten the TP6XL as my primary bag. I've got the MCT as well, Tech MCT. Got both of those bags fully loaded out. And I was going to use the TP4B as kind of a lower weight, kind of a quick diagnostic bag. Little packed, little tight. I'll find something else to use this for, but what I have now done is went ahead and gotten the TP6B. It's a little taller, a little bit wider, a little deeper, which means things are a little looser. I'd gotten one of these bags for free when I bought the XXL, and then I'd used that on a giveaway last summer. And I think Sam Andrews got that, but ended up buying one for myself. And so far it's been working out well. I just want to do a quick video how I load this out, what I've got in it, and how it's packed. Try to make it a short video, but that other little meter I bought, it is in another little get-together bag that I'll show at the end of this video, but I went back to my fluke in this bag. But real quick, what I keep on the outside, a couple of brushes, got a coil brush and a little dust brush. Obviously you tape the metal with some electrical tape so you don't short something, but my pet peeve is cobwebs in an electrical panel when I open a unit. I've got to get all that stuff out of the way before I can even start doing anything. It just aggravates me to death. People that don't maintain their equipment, it's all cobwebbed up and dirty, so I like to clean everything out before I get started. Little channel locks, adjustable wrench right there. I get this one because it opens really wide, about 1.5 inches, but it also has the narrow jaws on it for getting behind TXVs, things like that. Keep that in this little side pocket. Has multiple pockets, wider side pockets on it, so that's going to help out. And a little Carlisle, you've seen that on some other videos. Pretty much a pliers tip, insulated, non-insulated crimpers, cutter there, wire strippers there. Pretty handy little set of pliers and strippers there. This pocket, keep my needle leads. Got some little tubing on them so they don't get bent, poke holes through the bottom of the pocket. They stay there. Obviously, Klein thermostat screwdriver with a Schrader core tool in the end of it. Small Phillip, small flathead. Keep that in that box, or that pocket. 6-foot tape measure works most of the time. Then my little flame sensor cleaner and a little wire brush for cleaning out the pressure switch hose ports on furnaces, getting the rust and the crud out of those. On the other side, got my impact over here hanging on the side. I'm fine with that. Doesn't cause a problem. Slides right there, grab it. It's not buried down inside the bag trying to pull it and get it out. Keep a couple extra carabiners if I need to hang something on here temporarily. Hook it on. Keep a razor knife right here. Need to cut something, cut some Armorflex back, cut some tape. Anything I need to cut, that works just fine. I also keep another one on my pocket that I carry with me all the time. Temperature probe, obviously you're familiar with that. It's got the magnets on the back. Open it up, check temperature and a supply and return. 90-degree angle tool. I use that quite a bit, especially getting blower housings out and getting into tight spots to get a screw out where you can't get your hand in a nut driver or your drill's too fat to get back there. You slide that in there. Those are very handy. I'm sure everybody's familiar with that. I keep a pill box. This is what I use for in here. Got spare anchor kits, some Schrader core tools. I keep some of these little rubber grommets in here if I need to pop a hole in a cabinet to run a wire. I can pop that in there, keeps the wire from getting cut. Refrigerant cap in there. This one, the reason I use this one, or I got this box, so these are snap lock covers. They don't just pop open. I keep some 1/4-inch zip screws, short and long. Keep 5/16 short and long screws in this one. Obviously some spade connectors, large and small, blue, red, yellow, a couple of horseshoe. Keep a few wire nuts in here, orange, a couple of orange, a yellow, and in the bottom there's about 4 or 5 blues and grays, small wire nuts. And then some just wire connectors, little things like that. Just never know what you're going to come in contact with. Having a few of every little bit of thing in here, whatever you can, helps out. Keep some double spade taps in here. I always keep an extra fan lock screw that I get off old units, just in case you drop one in the grass trying to change a motor, it comes out. Some fuses, TXVO rings, you never know when you might need one of those. Just keep a few extra things in there like that to make life a little easier. In the front pocket, I keep magnets behind here so I can throw screws. Don't have to keep a magnetic tray. I do have a magnetic tray if I'm like working on a package unit or something, but I can throw some screws on the front of that if I need to. So that's why I keep magnets in there. I keep one of these little O lights. These things are, I've got 3 of these, 1 in each bag, or 1 in 2 of my bags, and then I keep 1 in my pocket all the time. But that thing's really bright. Get about an hour on a charge on high, about 3 or 4 hours on medium. I usually use it on medium most of the time, but I keep that clipped right there on the side. In here, some sandpaper, a little stubby screwdriver, mini split adapter, check and charge. The icon, I bought that little icon kit with all the bits in it, but I keep the wrench in my bag, and then I'll show you what I use with this if I need to in the back. But it's got the little swivel head on it, locks in place, change direction on it if you need to. It's for 1/4 inch drive. Need to make it short, you can run this thing through here, make a T handle out of it if you need to. Comes in pretty handy as a nice little tiny ratchet wrench set to keep in a bag. Keep a little level in here, thermostats. Put up a thermostat, I can put that on top of it, level it. Check level on maybe a little drain pan or something. It just comes in handy to have a little level in your bag. Then down here in these pockets, I'll keep a, what is this one? This is the 3/8 7/16 flip bit. And that's what I use on blower housings. You get the different blower lockdown bolts and screws out. There's the train coming. I keep a little multi-step bit in there. If I need to pop a hole in a plenum or something, check static pressure, check temperature, things like that. And then I keep a 3/8 and another little 1/4 inch impact ready for the sockets that I keep in the back, and I'll show you those in a minute. So that's this pocket, the sides. In here, obviously the fluke meter. Well, let's go with this first. Keep the Klein, this is my nut driver. Klein 14-in-1. You can adjust it down to different lengths. Keep that in there. Obviously it's got the extra bits. This is the 14-in-1 HVAC. Does have a Schrader core tool on it, multiple flats and Phillips, some torque sizes, a few square bit sizes, but a lot of different things you can do with that. That's why I keep it in the bag. One tool does multiple things. Obviously the fluke 324 plus does everything you need for heating and air pretty much. Does not check flame sensors, but typically a flame sensor, just clean it. Rarely does a flame sensor go bad. Not gonna say it doesn't happen, but it does. Get one if you need one. But does everything that I need it to do. Keep a low voltage tester. It's pretty much low and high voltage tester. Another flashlight, rechargeable, Harbor Freight, Braun. Slide that down, plug it in, recharge it. I keep multiple lights. I don't like to have to go back to the truck to get a light. If one goes dead, I try to keep them recharged. Obviously, your refrigeration wrench is in here. Keep a couple of these little mini box-in reversible ratchets for getting back to screws, getting burners out of some package units. Things are tight, you can reach back in there, get those screws out. I also keep the offset 1/4 inch 5/16 as well. This is the 5/16, and then this one is going to be the 3/8 there. Keep a marker. Need to make a note on something, mark it. This is pretty much a little punch, but I use it kind of as a scratch all, and if I need to punch and put a little divot in there to get a screw started, I can, but a lot of the times I'll use this to just line some holes up to get the screws back in the panel when they overlap, and you try to get the holes where they need to be. Keep an extra 5/16 1/4 inch extension there. I'll keep this extension, put it together with this if I need to really reach back in somewhere to get to a screw. Usually works every time. Obviously the Milwaukee strippers, pliers, cutters. Got 3 sets of these, 1 in each bag. They come in handy. They actually work good. That's probably my favorite set of all the ones I've tried. They're about $19, but they take a beating and they last, so that's why I use that. Over in this side pocket, I keep a set of the channel locks, little tiny diagonal cutters if I need to reach in and cut a zip tie or cut a wire, snip something. That's what that is for. Keep these are the 8-inch channel locks, and these are the Doyle from Harbor Freight. Thought I'd try them out just so I'd have 2 channel locks in my bag. The other ones I have are Knipex. Keep those in there, and obviously I keep a little wire brush if I need to clean something, burners, scrape some rust or some crud off something. I always like to have a wire brush in my bag. Little inspection mirror right there. Magnet. Pick up something I drop, a screw, or I can reach down in the top of a unit and spin a fan blade. See if I have a locked motor outside. Over here, another light. It's the Icon. Got this at Harbor Freight. These lights and the Braun lights, they're good lights. They hold charge for a long time, and this is sturdy. It's metal. It's not plastic. It's not going to crack, and it has a really strong magnet on it. Even when that thing's extended out, it's not top heavy. It's not going to fall. These things work well. And these are my Knipex Cobra channel locks. Keep a set of those in each bag. Keep them in this one. This is the Klein ratcheting 11-in-1. Bought one of those, lock it in place. It acts like a regular screwdriver. And then obviously on the other end I keep a 1/4 inch, but snapped in all the way, 1/4 inch 5/16 little short nut driver if I need it. And the insulated Klein Phillips flathead. Keep that in there. Also, I didn't cover this on the side. I keep this little tube of PVC in here, PVC tube, and that has zip ties in it. Need to put a cap on the bottom. Forgot to do that, but that's just how I store my zip ties. Just slide that right in there. And if I need to grab a zip tie, grab one out. Obviously electrical tape on the side. And this is just a shoulder strap I had from another bag. I carry this thing on my shoulder, or I'd carry it with the handle. This handle is a lot larger than the ones that they used to put on their bags. They used to be skinnier, thinner. This one's a little thicker, full hand grip on it. Feels more comfortable. pocket in the back, jumpers. Obviously, this was my imitation of the Jumper King. I don't need to carry a big box with switches on it. I just hook R to here. I can put an inline fuse in there. I've got another fitting with a clip on it. I can put an inline fuse on that, and then I can just jump out my fan, my outdoor unit, my heat strips, whatever I need to jump out one at a time. I don't need to hook everything up and start flipping switches. I just don't see the point in the extra for that. If you like it, use it. I don't have any use for a Jumper King. But anyway, I keep jumpers in this pocket in the back. And on the back, there's another pocket. It's really not, I mean, it's not large enough for a tablet. I mean, they probably make some smaller tablets that would go back here. What I keep back here, and yes, this one also has the hook on it. If you want to hang it up on a disconnect box or a fence or side of the unit, you can get it up off the ground if it's nice and muddy and dirty out there. The back pocket, my Short Pro tester, looking for low voltage shorts with a light in the end of it. Usually typically use this when I'm jumping units out, just one circuit at a time, just running things, because it has the built-in fuse protection. If I accidentally short something or drop the alligator clip and it hits metal, I'm not going to blow the fuse in the unit. Keep a set of the alligator clips for my leads back here. I need to hook up to something and stay hooked up to it, and maybe check something in line while it's running. That's what the alligator clips are for. Another little box back here that has the hex keys, different sizes. Allen wrench keys basically is what these are. You can put them in a nut driver and use that instead of having to have the big bulky set of Allen wrenches shoved down in your bag somewhere. Keep the rigid copper tubing cutters, spare wheel on the end. Keep one of these in each of my bags. This is my favorite tubing cutter, mainly because it's got a better grip on it. I mean, they're good, they last, but your oily hands, you're dirty. The ones that put the little round handle on here, you're sliding, you're slipping, and sometimes you need to get on a larger pipe with thicker copper. You need to crank down on it a little bit more, turn it. You can grab that diamond shape, and it works very well. And then I keep a set of metric and standard impact ready sockets that I can use with that little icon wrench here. 1/4-inch drive. Can pop that in. Got a little ratchet if I need it. Pull that out. This is the fitting that comes in it. The icon box has a lot. It's got your security Torx, which I have those. They're just in my Veto box or my Milwaukee pack out box. Has all the bits in it, the security Torx, things like that. But to keep a little wrench in the bag, a little ratchet wrench getting off a condenser fan motor. I do have 11/32 on here, and it works very good. And I can also use the bit that I have, the impact 1/4-inch drive, put it in my, if I need to use my drill to break something loose with a socket, I've got that. And I've got them in metric and I have them in standard. So that is what I have this bag packed with. I can pretty much do most of what I need with what's in here. I did take this Klein box and make a little quick grab box that has the Unity meter in it. The Klein 11-in-1 HVAC. Got this Unity meter in there because it's small, fits in there perfect. Got a temperature probe in here. Got a little Nebo flashlight in here. I've got a thermostat screwdriver set in there. Another set of the Klein strippers, pliers, a wire brush, small set of vice grip channel locks. And then I use this little key magnet, but magnetic key box for wire nuts, a few spare screws, a couple of fuses, double spade connector if I need a fitting or need a screw or wire nut or something. It's in this box, and a little piece of sandpaper. And you can get these little Klein boxes at Home Depot. They're about $20, I think. But if I just need to do a quick diagnostic on something small, something minor, I can grab this and just go take care of it. If I get into more trouble, come back and grab one of these other bags. Anyway, guys, that's the TP6B. Looks like it's going to work well. I haven't actually carried it on very many calls yet. I'm going to start using it this coming week on a more regular basis, and we're going to see how it goes through the paces. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.